everybody. This is Rita Soto, Mayor Pro Tem from the city of Lynwood, and we are here celebrating our Women History Month.
Absolute pleasure to partner with the Office of Assemblymember Anthony Rendon to bring this amazing community event.
A perfect theme of today's conference, a resilient leader. We had so many panelists and amazing women. Keep empowering yourselves, keep being that voice, and let's keep celebrating women every day.
So we are here today to celebrate and to honor and to champion women who are resilient. And I think that all of you are resilient just for being here today. When we invest in ourselves, we are showing that we are resilient. And so today what I'm going to try to do in the time that I'm given is to inspire you and to take you on the career path, the path that led me to the Lakers, where I am the first Black female vice president in the history. We always talk about not having a seat at the table. Sometimes you have to make your own seat. So I knew that I had to get myself at that table, and I did. So I spent 21 years in finance and banking. And lo and behold, Jeannie Buss, the owner of the Lakers, called the Dodgers and said, I'm looking for somebody to run the Lakers Foundation. Do you have anybody? They called me on a Monday, and by Friday, I had a whole new career.
When I first launched my blog, we're talking this is a time before Instagram, 2009. No one around me cared to even understand my vision. I saw a space with no limits to what I was capable of creating and the reach I could have. I had to build a community of women who could also see the transformative power of blogging back then as a medium to share our stories with no limitations. And I want to live and co-create in a world that will hold that vision with me. So let's together, here now, make a pact to always let our vision guide us, and may that be the grandest, most possible vision of greatness for your life.
I want this conversation, obviously, to be very casual. I think it's very important for everybody to know as well that things don't happen overnight. It takes a while. Everybody that you see here has worked very hard. What does it mean to be a resilient woman?
My grandmother was in the Philippines during World War II. She's widowed, she's a young mother, and she comes all the way across the ocean to a country she'd never been to. So I just think, how can I not be successful? How can I not work hard when people sacrifice so much for me?
Love that. Love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Nitzia?
Well, first of all, thank you so much, Claudia, for the invitation. I like to applaud every single woman and man in this room, because this is beautiful. It's an opportunity to change, to elevate ourselves. It doesn't matter if you don't have the higher education, the money in the bank, you have your voice. So you said, let's get loud and let's say, you know what, we deserve it, and we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it together. Gracias.
Gracias a ti, Nitzia. Janelle?
I think that one of the biggest ways you can really make it in life, whatever that is, or stay focused, really, I should say, is surrounding yourself with women who uplift and empower. That is not going to come from everywhere, right? Especially if you're putting yourself out there. People might look at you, and this was said earlier, project their own fears onto you. And so you have to be really protective over yourself and who you surround yourself with. And I really am a strong believer in the energy that you put out into the universe is exactly the energy that you attract. It's the law of attraction, right? And so the more that you support other women, the more that you surround yourself with other like-minded women, the more that's going to come back to you in your life. And it's just really cool to see. And it's not easy, it's not easy to set those boundaries, cut people off, as they say. Like, it's needed sometimes, but you have to protect yourself and your vision and your goals and your dreams.
That's very nice, Danielle.
Thank you, Danielle.
Well, I think one of the things is don't get discouraged. We see what's happening in the world. We see women getting shot because they want to go to school. Some of them defending their rights also get killed. And I think we live in a country where we can do whatever we want if we set our minds to it, so there are no impossibles. That's my inspiration. Whenever women can't do what they really want to because of bigger powers, they're still fighting.
And I think that's very important. I think the fight must continue, correct? It will never end. And all of us here have a very special role. We all have a role to play in someone's life. Thank you so much for being here in this women's conference. A huge round of applause for our panelists.
Great to see all the panelists that they share a lot of their stories.
Such a beautiful event. We had just empowering speeches from empowering women here. We are going to continue to work together to make sure that women's voices are heard, that we include them as much as possible at all levels, especially at the highest levels.
I was lucky enough to bring my mom and my daughter to share it with me, so they really enjoyed the conference as well.
Today we experienced some amazing speakers from all walks of life, from corporate boardrooms to social media.
Thank you, Anthony Rendon, from the support, and thank you, City of Lynwood.
It feels great that so many people came and so many women were inspired by the stories that they heard today. We had two amazing keynote speakers who share their stories, not only of success, but also of those barriers that we all face in life. We need to take them down and continue fighting. So it was truly an honor to be here with so many women in the community.